Well, guys, I do have some good news, especially on today's video. And then also we will be looking at my lineup prediction for tomorrow's game. Now, guys, Abajita on the campsite are very confident tomorrow when we play against Zamalek. We are going to win despite, the situations that we are currently facing. Because remember, Zamalek decided, you know what, let's change the location of the stadium, which not to it's something that we did, but for us it was not that hostile because you look at the pitch that we used, it was one of the finest also, so it was not like a bad situation. So with us, yeah, they're giving us a run for our money, but anyways, it's fine. Abajita, it looks like they're confident with it tomorrow. No matter what happens, we are going to end up qualifying. So tomorrow, as I've said before, guys, we only need to make sure that we play for a draw or we get a win. It doesn't matter whether we play a 0-0, a 1-1, whatever it is, as long as we do not lose that game. That is what is important. So this is what Lebohang, my boy, is saying in terms of tomorrow's spot, so that we can be able to qualify for the quarter finals. He says, I don't see us not qualifying. These are the type of games I came here to play. When you sign for a big team, you want to be in hostile environments where the odds are stacked against you. Once you step onto the pitch, the crowd doesn't matter, and what matters is focusing on your job and putting the team through. We will need one another. We will need to pull in the same direction, but we are strong leaders, or we've got strong leaders and a strong sorry guys, a strong what? Oh, a strong team. If we work together, I don't see us not qualifying. Well, this is what Lebohang Maboy is saying in tomorrow's game. Obviously, remember, we do have, certain players who traveled with the rest of the team, like players like Onkanyiso Shinga, and also George Matlow is there. Tulane Tash Mabaso. Ashley Dupreez is also there. So on tomorrow's game, guys, I think this is how I would line up. I'm hearing Lebohang, my boy. Remember, there was the situation, as I've said, Uti Zamalek has decided to physically exhaust us. They're deciding to ambush us in order to be able for them to win. So this is what we need to do on tomorrow's clash. This is how I'm going to line up. I start in with Brandon Peterson at the back. Obviously, guys, he's been one of the best goalkeepers, and I don't think it needs an explanation as to why I would pick Brandon Peterson. Yes, I know we have Vuma, we have Takalani Mazamba, which obviously Takalani Mazamba is also another great goalkeeper, but for this kind of competitions, let's stick to the ones with the most experience. And then we look at the left back, guys. I know yesterday I said I would start with Umako because Ushinga, I don't know what he can be able to give us coming in from not playing games, but I feel like let's just bring him in, guys. He's a great asset. We've played him before in Netherlands, and I think he did great. Despite us playing against teams that I can say obviously they were difficult opponents. So even tomorrow's game, guys, I think I would start with him, no problem, because Umako he might have some sort of issues. As to what are those issues, well, defensively, Omchita is not that much, but he's not bad. He's just not that much. And obviously, remember, we also have Umsimango, who will be paired with Uzi Takweneka. We only have 2 center backs on tomorrow's game. Only 2 defenders. It's all I can say. We don't have anyone else who can be able to fill in that position. So let's bring in Ushinga to start, and then Simang, obviously he will be paired with Tukweneka. Remember, Inaso Miguel, we've spoken about him. No, Aiden McCarthy, they're both not there. Miguel picked up an injury. McCarthy is the one that is currently suspended after picking 3 yellow cards. So obviously this is who I would pick. And also at the right back, Dylan Solomons is the right man for the job. Would bring in Monyane later, but for now, let's bring in Solomons. You look at your TM, you look at your, let's say double pivot. I bring in my boy paired with Ndlovu. He's there. I'm assuming, but I think he's there on Ndlovu, if I'm not mistaken. And then also, now here where things would get interesting from my side of view. Instead of playing Mduduzi Shabalala, as I've said before, I would start with Umfundo Vilakazi. Reason why I want to start Umfundo is because I know I will be attacking with Flavio da Silva at the center forward. Mduduzi, I can bring him in when we are playing, maybe we are playing Kanye Samayo, or probably we are playing Otoba, because those are the center forwards or strikers that I can say are there. Remember, I think there's Otoba, there's Ashley Dupreez, there's Flavio da Silva, and then Kanye Samayo. I think those are the four strikers that we have taken, if I'm not mistaken. If there's one that is not there on the list, please remind me down in the comment section below. So those are the players that I would bring in. Those are the players that I will start with. As I've said, attacking midfield, I will bring in Mduduzi Shabala, not Mduduzi Shabala, Mfundo Vilakazi, because I know he will be doing the most in terms of assisting Flavio da Silva. And same as Flavio da Silva, he will be trying to do as much as he can in order to help us, get those balls forward and stuff like that. And then on the right, well, obviously Maccabi Lilepo makes sense for me. I wouldn't change him. Remember, we do have Velepai, but I think I would play Maccabi Lilepo as a starter, and then maybe substitute, bring in Velepai at a later stage. Also we do have Gaston Sereno. Those are super sub players. We look at the left wing, I would bring in Pule Modi, because at the end of the day, Pule Modi is crucial for us. And at the back, since we are not too confident with that are going to do much more, because remember, since we started having given him Simango, I don't think we do have a clean sheet playing with Simango. And this is something that we discussed back then, and I told you guys that okay, with us changing at the back, it's going to be disruptive and we might have a problem. And then we started conceding from the game that we played against Eastern Bosch. We started to concede there. We conceded, and then we played again against Al Masri. Obviously we won, but we conceded, which it was not just a simple win. So yes, given him Simango is there, but remember, he's a bit rusty. So now having two defenders who are a bit rusty, Simango and Ushenga, that might be a problem. I can't even say with Marco I'm too confident that he's going to do much more, because he tends to go forward a bit more, and then Ata's car to be a back to track back and try to cover for Simango. So Simango tomorrow, guys, he might be our weakest link, and people are going to blame him if we lose. But if we try to manage the game, then definitely we can be able to salvage something. So yeah, I believe this is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know. Let's see tomorrow if what the boys are saying about us winning is definitely going to be like that.